Someone says something untrue about you, and your whole body answers before you do. The reply writes itself in your head at 2 in the morning, word for perfect word. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, while half of Rome whispered against him, and he wrote that a mind free of passion is a fortress, the most secure refuge a person has. So why do most of us keep breathing life into the very thing burning us down? Cole was 36, and he ran a small stall at the edge of the morning market. For 3 weeks, a rival trader had been telling people his goods were stolen, and the lie had cost him half his regulars. Every morning, he set out his table and rehearsed the words that would finally clear his name. His phone was full of replies he had written and never sent. He told himself he only wanted the truth out there. What he wanted was to be believed. The regulars who were left had started to walk a little faster past his table. At the far end of the market, an old woman sold roasted sweet potatoes from a charcoal brazier. For 3 weeks, she had heard him complain to anyone who would slow down. One morning, mid-sentence, he watched her stop fanning the coals. The brightest one dimmed slowly, from orange to gray, until it was nothing but ash. She looked up at him. "A lie goes cold on its own," she said. "It only stays warm on the breath you give it." Cole started to argue. She reached into the cold edge of the brazier and pulled out a single burnt coal, black and dead, and pressed it into his hand. "Keep this in your pocket. When you want to answer him, hold it instead. It's already cold. Your breath won't bring it back." Cole pocketed the coal, sure it was the kind of thing old women say to younger men who won't stop talking. If he said nothing, the lie would simply become the truth. Silence was surrender. He knew that. That night, a customer messaged him, repeating the story word for word. Before he had finished reading, he was already typing. One message, then a second, then a third, his thumbs moving faster than his thinking. The coal sat in his pocket, cold, while he blew and blew on a fire in another man's hands. He sent the last message and felt nothing change. The people who actually mattered to him had never believed it. The lie only lived in one place now. In the hours he spent answering it. He went back to the brazier the next morning, annoyed. The coal was useless, he said. The old woman turned a potato in the embers. "I had a stall once, right where yours is," she said. "Someone said I cheated my customers. I spent a year proving I didn't. I won every argument that year. I lost every morning with my daughter." She set the tongs down. "She helped me run that stall. One day she said she couldn't watch me fight anymore, and she left." They made peace years later, she told him, but she never got those mornings back. "I kept the brazier because fire was the only thing that ever taught me when to stop feeding it." Cole said nothing. For the first time, he had no reply ready. That night, his phone lit up again. The same lie, from someone new. His hand was already moving toward it. Then he felt the coal in his pocket. He took it out and held it, cold, light, dead in his palm. He waited. The urge to answer rose, held, and slowly went cold too. His thumb hovered over the screen. He set the phone down. He did not blow on it. And the silence, for the first time, did not feel like losing. Weeks later, the rival was still at the market, but the story about Cole had quietly gone cold. A lie needs air to stay alive, and Cole had stopped giving it any. His regulars came back. One morning, the man said something sharp as Cole passed, loud enough for others to hear. Cole felt the old heat rise in his chest, the perfect reply forming on its own. He let it pass. The coal stayed in his pocket. He walked to the far end of the market and stood by the brazier. The old woman handed him a roasted potato and said nothing. He watched a coal at the edge fade from orange to gray, the way it had the first morning. "It only stays warm on the breath you give it," he said quietly, and finally understood that the lie had gone cold weeks ago. He had been the only fire left in it the whole time. The lie went cold the moment they walked away. Every reply you mean to send is just breath on a dead coal. Your silence was never surrender, It is the moment the fire goes out for good. If there's a reply sitting in your chest right now, unsent, you already know this feeling. Tell me one thing below. What's the argument you're still finishing in your head? And if this found you at the right moment, pass it to someone who needs to put their coal down too. At the edge of the market, the brazier glowed low in the morning light, its coals settling one by one into gray. Behind it, a man laid out his table, served his first customer, and said nothing at all.